okay, why don't you let me start it, huh?
All right.
Let me get my G Fuel.
All right.
And then...
Was that short for gamer fuel?
I think so.
Is that what G Fuel is short for?
Is that what it's... I think it is. I think it's right.
That's
pretty good.
Hey everybody, welcome to LoFi Podcast. I'm not your host. Frank's your host today.
That's me.
And I'm Caleb. Hello.
That Caleb?
Hello. That's the new way of speaking. Because I haven't talked to anybody for so long, I say hello instead of hello. And we have Rick.
Hey.
Hey, Rick.
How are you doing today, Rick? I'm not going to shake your hand because
no.
you know why?
We can do air handshakes.
We can do air handshakes. We can do wakandas.
We do air high fives.
Wakandas are
We
good.
do air high fives.
Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie. Oh, okay. I don't want to be between this. And why is this going on? Why am I wearing this? Well, that's because of the. I don't know. Can we say it?
I think you're only allowed to say it once per day. I'm making that up.
Coronavirus! Woo! Okay, actually not cool. Super not cool.
No, it's not cool.
Yeah, super not.
It's super not cool.
COVID-19?
COVID-19. That's actually a better statement.
Yeah, right. That's like that.
Because here's the thing. I know some YouTubers can't say it because they've been hitting their videos with it.
What? Is that true?
Legit. Yeah, legit. There's several YouTubers I've seen where they're like, they can't say the virus because it's like they're demonetizing any video that has that word in it.
Whoa, weird. That's super weird.
Yeah, I think they said it's to like maintain the fear of it, but it's like, man, it's out there.
Like they're scared of people like spreading the fear essentially.
It sounds like not freedom.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's why I had that hesitant thing. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've seen that around, but now I've seen people saying it, so maybe it's lifted. I'm not too sure. But anyways, so that's the big thing that's been going around.
That's weird.
Call it what Trump calls it.
The China virus.
The China virus.
That's what he calls it?
Yeah.
That's what he
Oh my
called it a couple
God.
of days ago. He called it the China virus. I'm
Wow.
like, oh, okay.
That's crazy.
So, China virus.
The
Yeah.
China virus.
I've seen all those like Raccoon City posts, right? Trying to link it to like the T virus or whatever as a joke or whatever, but we can call it T virus for short. Or C virus. C virus. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm wondering, is there a C virus in the Resident Evil lore?
Nah, I'm gonna say no.
I don't know.
I mean, if they're all the way up to T, wouldn't they have gone to C?
Well, the C wasn't that
virus,
serious
B.
until the T.
That's what I'm saying. There had to have maybe been a C virus. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, right?
Yeah,
that's actually
just,
a good.
that's
Yeah,
just
I like that.
Where my head goes.
So Caleb, as a teacher of the young minds, as a molder of the young minds,
That's what I do.
How has this affected you?
Well, I'm on spring break right now.
Nice.
But
nice.
Woo!
I'm out of school for the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
All right.
Dude, so much free time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I think that's one of the positives coming out of this is you could just be home and catch up on things.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a
little bit.
A little hard with the toddler.
Yeah, that's true. Then you gotta rub that vodka on his gums and then lay him down and then you're free, man.
No. Yeah, so I haven't really caught up on a bunch of stuff only because it's hard because he's always demanding attention. So it's like you gotta see what he wants or whatever, and so it's like
of course
watch 2 minutes of something like hey, I'm like okay, what's up? And
yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, I've been relaxing a little bit, not having to go to school. So that's
how
nice.
have you been relaxing?
Just not doing anything.
Do you sit there blankly and not do anything, or do you relax by
Sometimes I do that, but recently I've been playing The Witcher 3.
Oh, some video games.
Wild Hunt.
All right.
Wild Hunt.
More on that during our What You've Been Playing segment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
He controls the show, remember?
Sorry.
Yeah,
There's a format. You got to follow the format, Caleb.
Sorry, Frank.
You know what?
What?
As a host, I'm just going to say it.
Say it.
Headlines! Woo! Headlines! Hey, Caleb, on your time off, what you been reading about what's happening?
Everything's closed.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, everything's closing or changing to like, let's say like restaurants, drive-through only, right, and stuff like that.
I think there's a lot of businesses right now that are struggling and fighting to try and stay open. You know, I know GameStop said that they're going to stay open because they're an essential.
Yes, GameStop refusing to close. Yeah. That's definitely one of the things that's been happening. I think they're scared that they're not going to be able to bounce back from this. I read an article the other day that said their California stores were closing indefinitely.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think this was a good time for Reggie to join?
It's probably a bad time for him to join, actually. Forgot about that.
I mean, do you think he can, like...
I mean, you know, he was...
You think he can fucking do this? You think he can bring GameStop out from the ashes
I mean,
here?
he was... I mean,
Reggie
Fils-Aimé, head of Nintendo, right?
Yes.
He's one of the big wigs over there at GameStop now. I don't know if he's not a CEO or anything like that, but certainly helping him with anything else. I'd imagine on the marketing side. I'm not sure exactly. I forgot what his official title was.
Let's not screw people over. Let's make GameStop nice. It's
pretty much
going to be his.
If they can bring a Nintendo quality to GameStop, that'd be kind of cool. Because right now, like you think of GameStop, I think like just scummy. Yeah, scummy. Like they're there trying to like get you to give them your phone in your pocket to sell it. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like and it's not their fault. They're being pushed to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, that kind of sucks. I mean, they're pushing subscriptions and all that, devices, whatever. Anything to stay alive.
Get so many, they fire your ass. It's true.
Yeah,
I used to work there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Me too. Way back in the day.
I never worked there.
Don't, Caleb. It's not good.
I'm not going to.
You know, it's like in times like these, you look at companies and how they treat their employees, and that should open your eyes right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to work for a company that treats his employees like shit.
Yeah.
You GameStop.
Nice. Yeah, one of the places that's closing. Caleb, you got anything else for closures?
I mean, just everything. I mean, you got any sports event, concert event?
Yeah. Things getting outright canceled or postponed, right?
That sucks, dude.
There's a bunch of like even just concerts or but what
Can I not say concerts?
Concerts.
Let me finish. I was gonna say concerts that I was going to attend to.
Oh, so those are the important concerts.
Those are my important ones, right?
Right?
That have already been delayed. As well as, you know, Fan Expo in Dallas, which we were going to attend.
A lot of the big events like E3, which is in June, which I thought was weird.
E3, actually, just outright super canceled. No E3,
dude. I mean, it's even affecting esports.
Mm-hmm.
All these tournaments are being
closed everything.
Down.
Yeah,
everything.
What was especially damning about the E3 stuff was the fact that people were already pulling out, and then for this stuff to happen, that was just like kind of like the nail in the coffin for that thing. A lot of people are saying maybe they shouldn't even do one next year because a lot of the publishers who were going to be there,
we need E3 for,
you know, so like Ubisoft, I think Xbox and PlayStation. Well, PlayStation already wasn't going to be there, but everyone is now switching over to some kind of digital show format or something, or maybe some kind of offsite thing. Yeah, like everyone's going to kind of do their own thing.
I mean, the benefits to that got to be fucking awesome because then you can control the whole environment yourself. Yeah, you can
control the message and everything. That's what Nintendo did, right? Nintendo had pulled out of press conferences a long time ago. Yeah. And then Sony started doing their own thing, like offsite, basically. Still on the day of those. So I think what we're going to probably see this year, hopefully if they somehow at least work together to try to show stuff on the same day, is just all of them kind of just, you know, having these little digital events.
It's just going to be Microsoft and Ubisoft.
That's no, that more. Square Enix will be there.
Fucking year. That's all. That's all it is.
What if they do the PC gaming show, you know, digital?
I'd watch it digitally.
Yeah, Day 9's going to be there. He's always there. Last 2-3 years.
Day 9's cool.
Yeah.
Day 9?
He's a caster. Well,
he's a persona.
He's a persona, the Dota 2 community, as well as other things.
In the gaming community.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what I said, as well as other things.
Yours just makes it complicated. Frank.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I don't have a beard anymore.
Oh, there's a reveal.
Me either.
God damn. Didn't see that
That's
coming.
right. It's getting hot.
That's true. You both did. Your beards are gone.
Correct.
That's right. That's a headline worth talking about.
It's coronavirus hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
With
in the
beard,
beard.
I constantly touch my face.
Always, because it's itchy.
That's true.
Yeah, or you just like want to move it out of the way.
I'll have
or
blue
something
gloves
kinda-
and I'm just
Like
like,
I'll always, fix
Yeah.
my mustache or fiddle with my beard.
Yeah.
So a lot better
yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
Small price to pay.
Yeah, small.
It
price-
grows back. It grows back.
It does.
It does.
Let's
That's
go
true.
back
too.
fierce
No, I'm good.
and angry.
I
I'm
believe
good.
in you.
No.
Let's go ahead.
I'll look super
And then I
vain.
thought I could do a fun design. I just don't know what. If you got a fun design for Rick's beard, leave it in the comments with a little drawing or something, and I'll do it. Dedication, baby.
Or it'd be a good video is if Frank shaved his beard.
Oh.
Get a lot
that's
of
true.
views. Get a
That's
lot
true.
of views.
Well, I would have to do it like in a hair match where like I lose it only if I lose at like something. And you would lose something if you lost.
Yeah, we lost our
Right.
beards. Your turn.
Your turn.
Y'all didn't bet anything.
We bet on life. We want to live.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
What else you got, Caleb?
Speaking of doing their own events and stuff, Sony PS5, they did a PS5 event.
PS Sony.
PS5
Sony
Sony
PS5.
event. That's
and
right.
It was filled with a whole lot of nothing.
Just kind of boring
It
specs.
was super
Yeah.
boring.
Yes,
super
it was.
disappointing. Super disappointing and super boring and super weird.
Mark Cerny is not the most charismatic
Is that
kind
the
of
Dan-
person.
Dana Carvey person.
Yes, it is.
It's just like Dan. Did you see the audience?
I didn't even watch that video, to be
was
honest.
so
I
weird.
just
The
saw an
audience
article with
looked
the
like
specs.
Cutouts. They
I'm
never
telling
moved.
you.
They
I'm
were
telling
just
you. Controlled environment, man. They can plant their own audience.
Just do a CG
I bet you they're
audience.
doing cheeky and they're putting PS2 graphic fucking standees in there.
It was weird. It was a weird audience.
Oh, that's weird.
That'd be
I
fun.
just saw clips.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I was like, man, this is what we get. Why? I don't even know why they released like such a lame thing. Like, oh, we're gonna have higher. This is gonna be faster and better resolutions. Like, yeah, kind of. Don't we know that already? Like,
Yeah, I
for the
don't.
next generation, we know it's gonna be better. So,
But how much better, Caleb?
I'm not
I
gonna-
want to know how much better.
I'm not gonna remember the exact numbers. Like, I just.
Well,
like,
that's why they gotta list it.
It doesn't matter. Like, I know it's
It
gonna
does.
be faster.
Which
That's
one's
it.
faster?
The new one. That's all I know.
Well, which one? Which
New
Which
one.
one are the
Because there's
new ones?
2 new ones, Caleb.
Is there?
There's two.
There's Xbox
Oh,
and
no.
there's
Oh,
PlayStation,
I see.
buddy. Which one am I gonna buy, Caleb? I need to know specs.
I don't even know what the PS5 looks like.
Yeah,
What
no
are the
one
games
does.
on
Yeah,
PS5?
no.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. What are the games? What am I looking? Why do I want to buy a PS5? So far, I don't.
I think the only PS5 things they have confirmed was Godfall, which they showed a trailer, like a CG trailer for. Like, well, no, I'm sorry, that was in-game footage. As of the last E3, I believe. That's what else? There was maybe one other that are like confirmed games,
Well,
but as far as like,
Okay, what we can probably imagine, we're probably gonna get another Uncharted,
Mhm.
right? Like, what are the staples that they always come out with their new consoles? A new Killzone.
no, no way, they're gonna go back to Killzone right now. Those guys were busy making Horizon Zero Dawn, and that game did pretty good. Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
I mean, they haven't really announced much, which you would think this is the year. Like, you know, if you want people to buy your stuff, you got to show some cool games, and not only just games, but like stuff that like you feel is like completely different from what you've already been playing or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you don't wanna
every platform used to have this huge leap in like graphical, power and stuff like that. And while these still have that in a sense or whatever, they haven't really showed anything like super like crazy, something that like, oh, you could never do that in the other system or anything like that. And I think
PS4 was the one that introduced the pad in the middle, right?
yeah,
So
correct.
It's like, oh, you can move. Another menu thing. You can move sometimes.
yeah.
Valve's controller went through like a whole file scanner into like screen, into touchpad, into eventually.
You're doing a bunch of stuff with it, yeah.
Eventually just a button.
That's great. They listed all like the specs side by side, like comparing both of them, and to me, I look at it and I was like, I don't care what, like, these numbers don't make a difference to me. It's this one has 10.2 teraflops, the other one does not. Like, I didn't care. I think if they had shown at least something like games or the way the console looked, you'd get people way more excited.
I think because they can't, the only thing that they can right now is release the specs. Mm-hmm. So anyone who knows the specs can kind of already gauge from there what graphics might look like.
Yeah.
Or might be possible.
Well, I guess my thing is I'd rather them just release it online as in a sense of like an article instead of like a whole hour-long conference where it's like, okay, like it just had specs. Like I would have rather just read that in an article, which is kind of what I did anyways. But still, it's like,
I could see the reason why they would want to try and hype, but I don't think they executed that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was kind of weird, just a weird thing. So there was that. Movies are getting delayed. All movies.
A lot of movies.
Every movie ever, and including that. Well, the furthest movie that's gotten delayed is Black Widow. That one got delayed, which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, that's May 1st. So it's curious to see how close or how far they're going to go in delaying movies.
Quiet Place, too, also,
Quiet Place,
right?
Yeah, everything this month was delayed. Mulan, Quiet Place, horror movie Antlers, New Mutants again.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
But they're like, oh yeah, guys, it's because of the virus, not because we're behind schedule again.
No, so those all got delayed. And the interesting thing off of that is movies are getting released on demand now.
Yeah.
So like,
oh yeah, that
just
cool.
came out. Like Bloodshot is getting released on demand. Birds of Prey next week. Onward's coming on Disney Plus next month.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go see it in the movies. You can just go watch it from home now.
Yeah, so I thought that was super cool. Oh, also it was kind of a big one too, but Frozen 2 was not supposed to come out till another couple of months from now on Disney Plus, but it got released like this past Friday.
Oh wow, it's like super soon.
Yeah, they did super soon after the DVD release, because I think what they do is do a DVD release and they wait a couple months, like 3 or 4 months later, then they'll put on Disney Plus.
Try and
so they released Frozen 2 right away. Yeah, so it's interesting, weird time we're living in.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people are afraid the movies business is going to go away, but I don't think it will.
I mean,
the whole
completely.
Yeah, like people are afraid, like
that the movie industry is going to die.
Yeah, in the sense of like, since we're releasing new movies on demand, like is that just gonna be the new normal where we just release movies at home?
Oh, not going to theaters.
So maybe like theaters are dying, maybe more.
Yeah, so that's what they're.
Well, I mean, AMC is already doing that whole on-demand thing even before this shit had started, where they wanted to start doing theater movies, like being able to be streamable from home.
Oh yeah, it was like a box in your home they were gonna do or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was gonna be like a service.
Yeah. Interesting.
So it's like a Netflix, except it's like, except I get to watch all the stuff that's in theaters.
Yeah.
But you're paying a subscription.
I thought, I was thinking about that the other day too. I was like, how, like, I think like that, the idea is super cool, and I think a lot of people would want that, but I think also at the same time, I mean, you would kind of miss the, like, going to a movie theater. I mean,
that's the whole thing too, is to, popcorn and soda and candy.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah, it's a whole
event. Being in a, okay, I mean, not everyone has a fucking great home theater,
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, so home theaters are getting better, but it doesn't mean we all have it either.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to impact the movie industry as large as, I guess,
people might think or whatever. Yeah.
So
that's good. That's good.
So it's interesting with the movies. What's going on? See what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Big Star Wars news. Ahsoka Tano is going to be in Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, that's right.
By Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, she was lobbying to be part of that. I remember.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, wasn't there even a petition that got started or something? I don't know if I'm just dreaming that up.
Who doesn't want to be part of Star Wars, man?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like
that's been a big fan casting for a while.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the fact that she also was vocally wanting to be part of it or whatever, that was kind of cool.
Well, now with freaking before all this, John Krasinski was like, "Yeah, I'll do Reed Richards, whatever."
Yeah.
What?
Would he be a good Reed Richards?
He was like, he's like,
No!
super on board.
No, why not?
No, dude, he'd be a horrible Reed Richards.
How?
I think he could be a good Reed
He's got like
Richards.
no personality.
He's fine.
What do you mean?
Like character wise.
You just don't like John Krasinski.
You know John Krasinski?
That's not true. I liked him in A Quiet Place.
No,
What about 13 Hours?
What about The
I haven't
Office?
seen that one.
What about The Office?
Yeah, he was alright in The Office.
He's all right.
I'm not in love with the guy. I'm just saying I can't see him playing a Reed Richards. I would need someone at least a little bit who looks like they're fucking smart, not like it's fucking Jim. I don't want Jim as Reed Richards.
But what if? I mean, have you seen the pictures of him? Like
Yeah,
people
I
have
have.
doctored
It's
up
not
the
that
images or whatever.
They're not that good.
No,
No,
I
don't buy
I could see it. I
mean, they add the little, but no, it's not enough. If he looked like striking, like oh shit, that's fucking Reed Richards, then maybe we'd have something.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, he just looks like a doofus. He doesn't look like a genius. Reed Richards is a genius, not a doofus.
Well, either way,
You're a doofus, bro. You're a doofus.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
So what are you all excited about that?
I like.
News,
I think
casting?
that's a good casting. Here's my thing is the whole Clone Wars thing. I've never been super excited about it. I don't know. I guess because it was mostly tied to the the second
Prequels?
the prequels or whatever.
I'm still calling them prequels.
Yeah, that's fine. I like it's easy. I feel like I don't get excited learning about the prequels. I don't know. But I like the casting.
I've heard it's really good. I've tried to get into it a little bit. It's pretty actiony.
Yeah.
Still kiddish, and I haven't gone too far into it.
I wanted to get into it, but that was the deterrent for me was that it was too kiddish.
Well, I think too, right? Like both the Clone Wars things they've done have been kids shows. There's been like animated series, and there's been that 3D rendered one or whatever.
I mean, if I was of the age demographic, I'd watch the shit out of it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But nah.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's interesting.
No
I mean, there are
boobs.
more Jedi in Mandalorian season 2, and it's going to be interesting where it
No
goes.
more Jedi or
No,
what?
it's going to be more. There's going to be
More Jedi. Interesting.
So it's going to be. I mean, not that there was a lot in the first season, but it's interesting to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Interesting. So yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun. And then other than that, I mean, I've got other news. What you got?
I got news for you, Caleb. So going back to Sony real quick, there's been a lot of rumors, based on some truths that Sony was looking to buy licenses from Konami, most notably Castlevania, Metal Gear, and Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's right.
There's been cryptic little tweets coming out of Hideo Kojima, and I think who else? I forget the guy's name for Silent Hill and stuff like that. So that possibly means that there could be a new PT.
That's what I thought.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. I
Um,
would love a new PT. That'd
Right.
be amazing.
if they're able to, man. I mean, they're probably gonna really make them pay to get that Metal Gear license back, which
I want
maybe
them to
even
make it-
highly unlikely, to be honest. I feel like the fallout between them was so bad, maybe just out of spite they.
Jack up the price.
Yeah, or just would not sell it at all. But they're not using it, or I mean, they tried to, and it was terrible. You know, Metal Gear Survive. Some ideas were there were kind of cool, but I mean, at the end of the day, like long term, didn't have the legs. You know, and so it was mostly a failure.
Speaking of Fallout,
Mhm.
think they'll buy Bethesda?
No, I don't think they'll buy Bethesda. God damn it, Caleb. In other news, other video game news.
Yep.
As soon as it's done loading.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the other little thing I have of note. Artifact 2.0
Don't know what that
is happening,
No
Caleb.
idea. Dr. Stone?
No, not Dr. Stone. Artifact was the Dota card game.
Oh, Oh, like Gwent.
What?
Yeah,
Like Gwent.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like
Correct.
Gwent. It's a card game. That's where the commonalities stop.
Yeah.
It's a card game.
Okay.
Artifact, when it came out, it tried to achieve what Magic in the real world, like certain cards having value because they're good cards and stuff like that. The only way you can get more cards is by buying them and stuff like that.
Buying packs, yeah.
Yeah. So they tried to kind of replicate that digitally, and that did not go well with people.
Well, the other big thing was that Steam has the probably only means to do an actual trading card game digitally because they have the Steam market. And because it's an open free market, people can mark up prices, it fluctuates and everything, and that's like in real life, you know? So where, like, you can't do that shit in Hearthstone. You can't do that shit in Gwent or anywhere else. You know, you don't really have a market like that.
Yeah.
So it's not physical at all.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, it never was. I mean,
like-
I think there
It
was.
sounds kind of like Gwent.
Well, Artifact plays on 3 boards, and you play basically 3 games at one time. Against
Yeah,
your
it's like you're playing. You know how there. I don't know if you know how much about Dota, but there's 3 lanes in Dota.
Yeah.
So and essentially you're playing 3 games because there's cards in each lane that are being played against each other, and so each lane, like Dota, you're also protecting ancient. I mean, if you played Hearthstone, you're protecting the player. Just think of it as there's players in each lane, essentially. So it maybe was possibly complicated for that reason as well. But yeah, it just overall, it kind of didn't do well with people. They kind of missed the mark a little bit with the way they were doing the what were those, like, you could have like certain decks to play with. What were those things called? I forget.
The free ones?
There were like tournaments or whatever.
Yeah.
What were they called?
Like the drafting?
Yeah, like the drafting, whatever they were. I forget. Anyway, it was kind of like that.
Okay.
And it didn't do well, Caleb.
Oh.
And now there's been rumblings that
I mean, mostly of why it didn't do well was because they printed they printed cards, and then they said they would never reprint cards ever. That card that comes out, they're never going to digitally edit the way they do in Hearthstone, where they're going to nerf it or buff it or anything. That card's out, and that's it. But then, after a while, and after shit started going down, they changed it. And then they started nerfing cards and stuff like that. And it's like, I already fucking paid my money for this. I put more money to buy this. I didn't even pack it. I had to buy it off of some fucking guy. And now that I have it, you're going to make it suck? That sucks.
yeah. So, rumblings of a new kind of full overhaul of it, just so much so that they're calling it 2.0 because that's how much work is being done to change this thing and also get away from what the first version of it was. It's got people excited. The long haulers were called. We're long haulers.
Not me.
Yes.
No, not Caleb.
No, not Caleb. Caleb's not a long hauler.
No way. Nada.
And I think that's all I got for news, Caleb. In which we can move proper into what you've been
The
playing,
end.
doing, watching, feeling.
Which I've been playing.
What you been watching, Caleb?
I've been
You missed-
watching. I saw 2 movies.
At the movies?
No, at home.
Oh.
On demand.
What were they?
They're both on Disney Plus.
Oh.
One,
Homeward Bound.
Frozen 2.
Oh, so you saw Frozen 2 on there.
Because I
Cool.
knew I hated it already, but I wanted to see it so I could confirm my hatred for it. And
Did it confirm it?
it confirmed it. It's so dumb. It
Okay.
literally makes no sense.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it either.
Don't care about spoilers. If you want, go free reign on me, man. I don't care.
It's the same problem I had with the first one with her magical power.
Being,
I've seen the first one.
being OP.
Yeah, I've seen
It's OP,
Yeah.
and it seems like there's no limit to it. Like, because the thing is, I've been watching My Hero as well, and so with them, they're like, okay, I can only do so much, and then I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
out.
Right.
Her, she's just like all his eyes, and like I'm still good. I'm still gonna keep doing this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I'm like,
uh-huh.
it doesn't make any
Just
sense.
nonstop magic.
And then
What
like,
if she's just a god?
well, in the movie she's the 5th element. So
well, there you go.
so there's that, which I don't understand
Fifth
either. Yeah, because the thing is like, oh, there's earth and there's water and wind and fire, and there's a fifth one, and then finds out
ice.
It's ice. I'm like, what?
The fifth element is ice?
Yeah, supposedly she's the fifth one. I don't know how. It doesn't make any sense. How we
that's
get
part
there.
of water.
I don't think that's the way the
I don't
elements
know how
work,
we got
Caleb.
there, but it's she turned out to be the fifth
Water
element.
is the ice element as well, Caleb.
That's what the movie said.
I
That's what
don't
the
know,
movie's claiming.
man.
So that's why I was like, what? So it's weird, makes no sense, it's stupid.
It's fire, water, earth, heart, and what's the other one?
What's the last one?
What's the last one? Yeah, heart's the last one. It's earth, fire,
I thought
water.
you were going to list them all right, so I wasn't paying attention to the order you did it.
I wanted to get to heart.
I only noticed when you got to heart, and I was like, that's not the right place. That's not where it's supposed to come in.
No. Earth, fire, water. What was the last one? Before heart? Wind? Wind and heart.
Yes.
Wind, water, heart.
Okay, what was the second movie you watched?
It's an oldie. I hadn't seen it since I was a youngin'. The movie's called Tall Tale.
Oh, man, I remember that movie.
That sounds familiar. It was
It has
live action?
Patrick Swayze,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's Pecos Bill. And
Yeah.
And they went into...
What's his name? Plays Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, Paul Bunyan. I don't know, remember the actor's name, but he was in a lot of 90s movies.
Yeah.
John Henry.
Was fucking what's his name?
I don't know that actor's name.
Green Mile, right?
No, it wasn't him.
wasn't him?
No, it's some random guy. I don't know. I don't know who
I
it
totally
was.
thought it was Michael Clark Duncan.
No, it's not. Anyways, fun
It's been a while.
Cool.
blast of the past. And I was like, he has a lot of problems. like
Man, I can imagine. I
like
haven't seen since
direction
then.
wise, and
Yeah.
like I think a lot of directing choices. Like, okay, that doesn't make any sense.
It's
But,
like
but it's fun to kind of just it's still a good movie in the end.
it's very 90s. We're just here to collect money and do a funny kids movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't dumb. It was
No?
still good. Yeah,
Okay,
it was enjoyable for the most part. Very simple. So
I totally
What's a dumb movie then?
a dumb
Beverly Hills
kids
Ninja?
movie?
Like
Oh, kids
what he's
movie.
thinking.
Yeah, I guess.
Pee Wee
Yeah.
Herman? Is that
No, I don't-
that dumb
I don't
now?
consider that dumb. But yeah, Beverly Hills Ninja is dumb.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Silly.
Like
Baby's Day
almost.
Out.
Okay, yeah, I'll give
It's
you
very
that. Yeah,
silly. It's
Yeah.
very like dumb.
okay, I get you.
Simple, low-hanging fruit humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so watch that. I've watched another episode of Westworld season 2. Just one episode.
Man, I still need to watch that. The first episode?
No, it was third episode.
Dude, I accidentally saw like a little bit of a trailer to the third season. I was like, no.
Same.
But I was like,
Let's try
oh yeah, because we were both watching something recently. And that, previews for that came in before that.
Yeah, no, so yeah, because the third season was coming out, I was like, oh, I want to pick it up, and so I was watching that,
Cool.
catching up on My Hero.
Oh, yes. Where are you?
I'm at the end of the big fight. I haven't finished it, but
Okay.
all the
It's
whammage
like,
just
it's
kinda
all
like,
happening. Okay.
Yeah.
The from the top.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's
okay.
where I stopped.
Yeah, you're almost there, dude. It's like 2
Yeah.
episodes or something. You need to watch
It's
it.
very
good.
beginning still. Yeah, no.
You need to watch
Like,
it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The beginning, I was kind of like, "Where are we going with this?" It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like it's. I will admit, the beginning was a slow start. For me, it felt like a slow start.
Yeah.
But then once it gets into it, it's like, wow, this is really good.
I mean, my anime partner has been very busy. That's why I haven't watched it.
I don't know what that means.
That's just what it said.
Am I supposed to know what that means? I'm just
No.
kidding. Is this dirty?
No.
I'm just kidding. Other than that, watching things, I haven't watched much else.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually saw a documentary series. I was kind of getting. Oh, actually, you know what? Netflix kind of tease me off sometimes, because I wanted to watch this documentary series called Hip Hop Revolution. Basically, the start of hip hop.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
So I started
It's in the
it.
mood.
And yeah, and I was watching it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then I noticed they were saying like, oh, how hip hop started in New York and then we had West Coast. I'm like, oh, I guess they're starting somewhere else in this story. And I realized I had started the latest season, even though I just pressed play. It started the latest season. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
what?
Yeah, I hate when Netflix does
And
that.
so
Yeah.
I went back and I tried to watch the first season, but then I watched the last episode of the first season
Oh my god!
What the heck?
Oh my god!
Because I guess for some reason their order just trips me out because like
it's like
because
the
you want to
most
go to like,
recent
the season,
first.
like you want to go to season 1 and then just click it, but it's like it has the way that it's ordered. Like I click the last episode.
Yeah, the newest one's always at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know.
That almost happened to me with
Black.
Black Mirror. a
Yeah,
little bit.
I was about to say it happened to me with Black Mirror.
Yep, that's the first time I was like, "Oh wait."
I watched all of season 2 thinking that was season 1, and then I watched in season 1 and then realizing that it was season 1.
Yeah,
I guess that's better because it's an anthology. But
yeah. So it's kind of okay, but still, you're like,
it didn't mind too much, but like I could see where that would be very frustrating for you.
Yeah, where I was like there's 3 different times where I was like, wait, or 2 different times where like, wait, where did hip hop start? And I was like, oh, it starts
all over the place.
It's all over the place. And so finally, I watched the first episode. So it takes place in New York in the 70s. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is how it starts. So now it seems boring to me because I'm like, I've already seen all the cool stuff already, or some of the cool stuff already.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a pretty cool show. I don't know why. It's just for some reason I feel like watching it.
Yeah.
And it was enjoyable.
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix shows, I watched a super cool one recently.
Oh,
what'd you watch?
It's called Castlevania.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Season 3.
Yeah, it just came out.
Have y'all seen that yet? Not yet.
I was gonna rewatch season 1 actually.
Was it better than season 2?
God, I don't. Man, that's a hard question.
Season 2 was really.
Season 2 was so good. I think season 2 still might be my favorite season, just because I love the Dracula character, and this one was Sans Dracula, but it's very, very good stories, man. The very human stories in that, especially coming out of the Isaac character.
How long was the season?
Like 27 minutes.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Like 27 minutes, dude.
So it's like season 1 or each, there's like 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's like season 1. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but the conversations these characters have are really, really good. There's one especially relationship in there that I was like, this is messed up, but also kind of cool. And I can't really talk about it until you guys see it because I don't want to give anything away. But a lot of new characters, a lot of cool new characters. Just some awesome character development with Isaac, especially. A lot of the new ones are really, really cool, though, man. I definitely highly, highly recommend you guys check out Castlevania Season 3. I would say it just Season 2 just by this much is
you're here
a little
first,
bit better.
Folks. Castlevania Season 3 on Frank's Corona list.
2 thumbs up.
Quarantine list.
Yes, if you're quarantined, put this one on your list.
Everyone's quarantined, Frank.
If you're quarantined, this guy.
If you're not, then you're part of the problem.
Seriously, have you seen those people in Florida who are like, I know the coronavirus, but I don't care if I get it. Like, I planned this trip for like a month. I want to be out here partying or whatever. Have you seen those people?
No, I have
They've
not.
recorded a bunch of. They found a bunch of the kids in Florida at Miami Beach, and they're still like trying. And they're like all upset, like, yeah, they closed all the bars. It really sucks, but we're still gonna party out here. Blah blah. I'm like, go home.
Yeah,
like,
party, bro.
Geez.
What are you doing?
Like, I came here to visit you guys, but there's 3 of us here.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be okay.
We're following within recommendations.
Yeah, but they're like still trying to like go and party. Even the SPI last week, I'm like, y'all need to like not be there.
Yes, for sure.
It was like so dumb.
Yeah, Carlos.
You know what those people? Those people should have been doing is watching My Hero Academia 2 Heroes in theaters because that's what I saw since we last recorded.
Yeah.
Talking about My Hero.
Was it good?
It was good.
Better than the first one?
Okay, here's the thing.
You liked it just that much more?
Just that much more? I mean, the movies are good, but they're not, for me, obviously they don't evoke the same sense of emotional, like, attachment that I do for those characters.
Right.
The movies do feel a little, like, kind of by the numbers of, like, as a matter of fact, this movie, it kind of feels like the first My Hero movie a little bit, as in they go to this island. It's again literally another island like the first movie.
Wow.
Bad stuff happens and they have to fight the bad guys in the new island. So it does
Frank
feel
good second movie for me.
I mean, it's so good, but I'm just saying it very reminiscent of the first one. Some stuff happens in this one that I think, if anything, to get you guys excited about watching it, was the author was going to end the manga this way, and he kind of didn't.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like you're getting one of his throwaway, like, oh, I was going to kind of end it like this, but not. So something happens in there that, is kind of crazy.
So then are they just going to, like, is it not going to affect the story at all?
Is it
forward?
I don't think
canon?
So, no. I mean, I think
canon?
it is canon,
Sort of
and
canon?
and it's one of those things where like it's canon, but they're probably never going to mention anything in the actual series proper, more than likely.
That does suck.
But I mean, yeah, like this high stakes weird thing happens.
Boo 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 boo.
Make me not want to see it.
Yeah.
It just a high stakes thing happens.
You're saying
That's all I'm
it
going to
sucks.
say.
You're saying it sucks ass.
You're
saying it's
You're saying
Naruto,
it's
the
worse.
fucking 8th movie that they put out.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch any of the Naruto movies.
Well,
Well,
you're
it's 'cause
saying
you
it's the
hate
8th
Naruto.
one.
Okay.
You told me you hate Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Just
You're a
don't watch
Sasuke
four
boy.
of the 9 seasons. They're worthless.
Yeah, he also hates Full Metal.
I think you do. And the way you get after Caleb now. The last thing I've been watching, the most recent even, is a little HBO show called The Outsider.
Oh, yeah, I heard about it.
Dude, it's pretty good.
Yeah?
So I knew there was obviously a drama element to that show, but being something out of Stephen King, I should have seen the horror stuff also kind of coming out of it a little bit. It's like creepy, scary. I'm only like 4 episodes in though.
Yeah.
I'm loving the cinematography, the way that show just kind of follows along characters and stuff. It's really, really well done. Jason Bateman's character, like, he's so good, and I mean, he spends a lot of the time. Do you know what it's about?
More or less.
There's a kid killed. It's blamed on him,
Yeah,
basically,
he's like,
right, or
"I
whatever.
wasn't even there."
And so there's like he's having this moment in the second episode because most of it is just him going to jail, people getting after him and trying to like get information out of him. He's like, I'm just gonna talk to my lawyer. So like, he doesn't talk a lot, but there's a moment in the second episode where he's talking to the cop that like arrested him or whatever, and just like the most like the super super strong like emotional like just like the resonance that was coming out of him is like super super, like you've seen him like almost crying and stuff. And all he was doing was telling a story, but he is such a good actor, man. I really really enjoyed obviously not even him, but Ben Mendelsohn
Yes.
is like the main character or whatever,
So
and he's really really good. I have nothing but good things to say about I have nothing but good things to say about that show so far. It is really, really good. I sent you a voice message. Did you hear it? And
yes, I did.
I gave a prediction.
I didn't want
sort
to. I didn't want to because
Of course, you don't want to sway.
So I didn't want to even say, "Give me more of this every fucking episode."
Yeah,
because I want to hear your predictions.
Okay, so I made a prediction 24 minutes into the first episode, and I was like, "This is my prediction." But obviously, I know more now. It's
I kind of know something about it,
Mhm.
but I hope it didn't spoil the show for me.
Yeah. Hopefully, you don't spoil it for me, Caleb.
Did we tell you?
No.
I'll tell you that. So what I heard was
Rick, what have you been watching, man? Besides The Outsider.
I've been watching The Outsider, Frank.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did.
Really good?
Yes.
Satisfying?
Yeah, I very. I mean, if you like, after you're done with this one, if you really like it, watch Castle Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about that show because I was afraid I didn't know too much of the Stephen King lore. I was like, I don't know.
That's
Well,
what I
you
kind of
don't
feel
have to-
like. I feel like you don't have to know his
You
books
do
or
not-
that? No?
You don't. I mean,
Okay.
do you know Shawshank?
Yes.
That's season 1. You know Misery?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen it since I was
Right,
a
but you
kid,
know of it?
Yeah.
That's season 2.
Okay.
What do you mean?
They take Stephen
Good
King
question.
stories and they kind of have them in a Stephen King world. So they're kind of telling the story, but Shawshank's involved.
Oh, like it's very heavily involved.
Yes. So
Oh,
it
okay.
takes place in Shawshank, or like the setting is there in the city of Shawshank, which is
Like
Castle
extended
Rock.
stories coming
So
from
then
that.
season 2, you have Annie Wilkes' character come in, and she's in this place. So it's not really like this is all one Stephen King novel. It's more like they're taking characters and settings from Stephen King's universe and making this show, and it's done really well.
Okay,
Cool.
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was like too many like inside baseball stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have some, and if you catch them, it's really fun if you know them. But you don't need to know them to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I know they use a lot of the actors from movies, which I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I mean, dude, what's his name from Shawshank? Tim
Curry.
No.
Miller.
No.
Robbins.
Yes.
Robbins, yes.
Tim Robbins.
Did you know that all along?
Well, no, I
Okay.
was joking the first 2 times, and I was like, what is it?
I just wanted to say Burton.
Yeah, Robbins comes out for the whole Shawshank thing, but he doesn't reprise his role.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't
What do you
reprise their
mean?
roles.
Like, he plays-
He's not what's his name? Andy Dufresne.
He's like someone else.
He's someone else.
Oh,
It's just like the
weird.
It clown. What's his name?
Yes.
He's in it. He's in the first episode.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
He's in the show.
Interesting.
Not as the clown. He's just
He's
character.
not
Just a regular
Pennywise,
character.
He's just
Okay,
a
I get you.
character.
So I guess that's
But
fun for the.
It's kind of like a nod.
Yeah,
to
I guess
that-
it's
to that
bunch of
stuff a little
nods and
bit.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good, man.
Cool. I'll check it out. Cool. What have you been watching, man?
Other stuff I've been watching. It's mostly been in, man. I've just been on that. Yeah, because I haven't really watched too much. I've been busy, and then with the whole, virus stuff happening.
Yeah.
COVID things.
Been prepping and getting stuff ready. So I haven't really sat down and watched too much, but The Outsider was the one that I was really on. I just finished it. So now I'm like, what next show should I jump
Yeah, what's
on?
next after that? So, you guys been playing anything? Well, what have you been playing, man?
I've been playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Oh, shit. You got back into
My
that.
double swords.
Yes.
One for humans, one for beasts.
How many hours in would
Why
you
does
say?
the Beast one work on humans?
It does, but it's especially...
It's silver. It's specifically for
it's silver.
beasts.
It's specifically for the monsters.
Kills them quicker.
Monsters.
can't-
It's the silver is
But-
what kills the monsters more.
Quicker.
Yeah, quicker.
But why?
Why silver?
Why mention that it kills beasts and then one just kills men when one sword kills both, and just say I have two
Well,
swords?
because, you use a sword enough, it's going to get dull. It's
Yeah.
going to start breaking.
Mhm. Even in the game,
That's why you have
you are
I
having
ran into
to...
that problem.
Yeah,
I had to
you
repair my
have to
sword.
repair your swords and stuff in the game also and stuff.
I'm not like a bunch of hours in. Though I'm at the stupid quest, it's making me mad.
Which one?
It's because I'm just so dumb. The only reason it's dumb is because it's such a game thing to do. Like, I'm looking for Siri, right?
Okay.
Spoilers, not really. It's like an hour in the game.
Yeah.
Looking for Siri.
Yes.
So I go to this one guy, this Baron. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for Siri. It's like, wait. How does it start? Is that how it starts? Yeah. I'm looking for Siri, so I go to this Baron. And he says, oh, maybe it's this guy over here. So I have to go to this guy over here, this like old peller. And he's like, before I tell you, go find my goat. So I have to go find his goat. And I'm like, why do I have to do 10 things to do one thing? It's pissing me off. I hate stupid things like that where I have to I'll find your goat. And you tell me
You
this.
don't
I
like-
go back to the Baron.
You don't like
Oh, no,
side quests?
No, I got
Caleb?
it. No, that's what it was. Before he tells me he knows where Siri is, I have to find his family. So after to find his family, I have to find this peller. Then after the peller, I have to find his goat. I'm like, this is stupid.
Mhm.
I like side quests, not stupid side
Well, some people are. I mean, I imagine a lot of it's like, well, what are you going to do for me, right?
Yeah,
or
that's,
type
that's,
of deal
that's
or
the
whatever.
whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is Witchers? I mean, they charge for everything too, right? Everything costs money, and you need money to buy things and supplies and stuff. So, even if the trek to Siri was a straight path, I mean, you would run out of money before you probably even get there. Food, especially potions.
I'm just saying. Some of the extra side quests part of the main.
Nah, I
missions.
know what you mean though. Like less padding.
I got into Gwent though.
Yeah.
You have been talking about Gwent a lot.
But then I got
Did you buy the actual Gwent game?
No, I got the app, which is the actual Gwent game.
Yeah, yeah.
App. You don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's different.
It's different from the game? I've never played the app
Well, because
one.
they'll play a beast card that's 5, and if you play a certain card, you can attack that card, and that card goes away.
Oh, like an instant. Almost.
Yeah, so there's like a lot more things added to it now. Instead of just like weather and like helping your whole row, there's like even more things added. So I'm like,
Isn't there Gwent tournaments?
Yes, there is.
So which format do they use?
I'm assuming they use the
iOS?
app.
I bet it's the app.
I'm assuming they use the app because the game is simpler. Like it's just.
I think what it is
the rules are different because you use 3 cards at a time instead of using like your 10 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
That's weird.
I don't like it.
I think what happened was they didn't expect that card game to get as popular or as as it became, and so I think that's when they were spinning it on into his own thing. They're like, well, we got to like beef this thing up more. So I imagine that's why they added all that stuff.
Didn't
probably
they say because it got such good reviews and because a lot of people were talking about it that they made the standalone game? That was the whole reason.
Well, yeah, it went well with people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. You been playing anything else?
I've been playing Who Can I Cough On at the Store the Most?
Do you win?
I win every time.
I think we all lose when that happens, Caleb. Rick, you been playing anything, man?
Mm-hmm. I got Doom Eternal yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah,
How's that been treating you?
dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Is it? Because I was, the thing I was worried about?
What?
I was worried about there's going to be a lot like the first game. Where, no, well, you know what? I lied. Because I had my fear was it's going to be the same thing. In a sense. Like it's going to feel repetitive.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of replayability when you play it because you get to go back and redo the stages and get the shit you didn't get and then try and get a higher score, kind of. But there is kind of like the campaign, and it is similar to the first one, but they have way more stuff added to it. More weapons, more weapon mods,
modifications.
Different demons.
Rooms, different... yeah, I mean, they bring back... This one feels a lot more... old school, like in old school Doom. You remember how I'm talking about the models, by the way. The guys, they look like they were just regular, like possessed humans with like shotguns or some shit.
Yeah.
Like to see those dudes in like fucking high res.
Yeah.
Is weird as and it's kind of like it's nostalgic, you know?
Yeah. That's cool.
You're talking about like the ones like for me, I'm thinking the ones that had like a brown face in a sense.
No, those are the imps.
Okay.
The ones I'm talking about were the guys, they had like the shotgun.
They're like regular
they
looking
look
dudes.
like humans.
Yeah, they look like
they
humans.
had like crew cuts or whatever.
Oh.
And they had shotguns.
I remember that one.
I mean, I think if you see the picture, you'll be like, oh yeah, those things or whatever, or those guys.
But
or
like
whatever.
to see all that and to see like the health packs, they're like the old school health potions. Like it's very fucking like almost real nostalgic Doom, but revamped new. But like with all these new mechanics where it feels like a Metroid game because you're like going back and forth and trying to platform and get all these things.
Yeah.
And kill all these fucking demons. It's great, dude.
It's cool.
There's secret rooms again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, and they do a lot more with breaking walls now for secret doors and shit.
Okay.
So there'll be like an area and like the wall looks a little cracked in and then you can punch it down. So they have that mechanic.
Cool.
It's fun, dude. I'm having a fucking blast. I haven't even touched multiplayer yet.
Yeah.
You?
The little time I've had, I kind of wanted to, so I think I mentioned last time, I was like, oh, all the, this is the last gen for like PS4 and Xbox One. I was like, I got like games I want to finish before I move on to the next stuff. So I jumped on Horizon Zero Dawn because I hadn't finished it.
Is that the one with the lady?
Yes, and the robot dinosaurs essentially walking around and stuff. So that's kind of been cool getting back into.
How was it?
It's been good, man. I try to be consistent with my time playing with it, but it's been hard. But jumping back in, see, here's the thing: is normally when you like come back to a game where you're like 10 hours in or something, you're like, how do I play this game?
Yeah.
And so
relearn everything.
Yes, and so what I did was I was like, you know what? Well, I'm just gonna start new.
Yeah. I
started new, and that tutorial literally teaches you everything you need to know. Everything from the
all the way up to the 10 hours.
Well, it's like an hour or two for that tutorial, until it stops holding your hand and the world opens up essentially.
Yeah.
And after I was like, okay, I know how to do everything again, and I just jumped back into my old save and picked up from there.
Nice.
And yeah, I've been doing stuff, taking out camps or whatever, moving along with the story. doing every side quest as usual. I love open world games like that. And just really enjoying the character, especially. She's voiced by Ashley Birch. So it's like really, really good. You know who Ashley Birch is? She was a YouTuber.
Is she going to South Texas Comic Con?
No. She comes out of Mythic Quest. Did you heathens watch Mythic Quest?
No, I don't have Apple.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Watch it, Caleb. It's good. We're the demographic for that show. Keep it alive. Let them know we like that show so they make more of it. Caleb, please.
You say so.
It's really good. And her portrayal of the character, I mean, the voice and everything. I don't know. It's just really, really good. But what I like about that game is that it, like most games, like hunting seems kind of boring. But this one kind of has a different take on it because you're highlighting.
You're comparing it to what other games that.
Well, let's just say Red Dead, right?
Buck
Red
Hunt?
Dead, you are
I
literally.
was gonna say Red Dead is an example for me where hunting was fun.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you're like picking up on a trail. You're finding, you're looking, you're shooting, and I feel like this kind of speeds up that process a little bit, so that you don't feel like you're. I don't know.
Oh, so it's a lot of hand holding.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is, well, if you played Horizon Zero Dawn, there's this like HUD that you can open up because she has this piece of technology, ancient technology that she finds when she was little. Spoiler alert.
That sounds like hand holding when a cowboy going around and looking at tracks and hunting down bears and wolves and stuff.
All I'm saying is what it does is it highlights the weaknesses to these things.
How is that not hand holding?
It's not hand holding.
Hey, shoot the weak spot here. Instead of there's a bear, kill it.
But you're still using a bow and arrow also, and you have to be super accurate to like do these parts off
that
of
game's hard as
Damn.
Is it because you don't have any patience? Is that why you don't like the
I
last
know,
time?
it's not
that's what it
even-
is. And then he's gonna get mad at me because he's just an impatient dude.
It's not even about even being impatient.
Is that why you don't like The Last of Us? You have to like.
I love The Last of Us.
Go
He
around.
hates it.
I love it.
Hates it.
It's
He
a
hates
good
it.
So you're not
game.
looking forward to the second one?
Dude, I really want to play that second one.
Yes.
Wow.
I'll play it, but I don't care.
Wow.
Wait, you never played Last of
I
Us?
have played it. I beat it.
Okay.
It was fine.
But he could care less about part 2, Frank.
Yeah, I really could.
That's
You
crazy.
know who's my least favorite character in The Last of Us? Ellie.
I was going to say Ellie.
Okay?
Is it because she's uses a lot of profanity?
But Joel comes out in this, the second one?
He's gonna die in the first hour of that game.
It's blue Rick's mind right now. Now he knows it's a possibility.
Yeah, I never thought of Joel dying.
I think she's like all over the cover and trailers and everything.
Stop this, what you're doing right now. Stop
He's
it.
gonna die. He's gonna die. In the first hour of the game. It's gonna be emotional.
Don't
and
you
then-
dare.
and then she's gonna carry the story.
Better not kill him.
Can I make a prediction?
can't
right
wait,
now?
I
I'll
can't
bet
wait.
you $10.
All right.
All right.
$10
We'll say okay.
into the lo-fi fund.
So the lo-fi fund right there.
That's right.
So maybe not literally the first hour, but like a first chapter of a game.
Yeah.
Thing, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense, more or less.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, so we'll see.
All right.
I'll
We
give
shall
you
see.
$5.
Okay. Five
$5.
lo-fi bucks.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
5 lo-fi bucks.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
there's it's all gone.
Lo-fi bucks.
And I think that's kind of it for stuff, guys. I haven't been reading lately. I'm behind. I'm so behind.
I've been reading.
Oh, what you been reading?
I'm almost done on book 7 of Wheel of Time.
Cool.
I'm on the final 3 chapters.
Is the wheel of time still rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wheel weaves as the wheel wills, Frank.
Still
Nice.
rolling.
Okay.
They're still coming out with books? Is that what-
No, they're done.
That's what you meant, right?
No, I just meant like him, like
That's how I took it.
trucking along, reading
Yeah,
them.
no. 14, they ended. Story ends. Getting there.
Cool.
Man,
cool.
I was all hyped up because, they were talking about Daughter of the Nine Moons and they've been hyping her up. And I was stoked because I thought they were going to fucking talk about her in this one. And so far, I'm almost at the end and she still hasn't come out and I'm getting impatient.
Oof, that's not
I
good.
really want to know who she is. It's eating me up inside.
It's
I
China.
almost want to just fucking Google shit and spoil it for myself, but no.
Don't do it.
It's just Chani.
It's not Chani.
It's Chani.
It's not Chani.
Chani.
It's a different book. Different franchise.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully now that's well, you know what, this virus is not over yet, but
No.
if quarantine
Hopefully
stuff
it
starts
ends.
happening, that means we can play more games, guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
how
read
are
more
you doing
books.
with your job? Are people yelling at you all the time?
Well,
Yeah.
not at me. They're yelling at people who cashiers in the front who are telling them you cannot take more than one toilet paper pack and
Really?
stuff like that.
You know, like it's clearly said.
There's a super nice girl. You don't know her because she's newish, but she was her job. I don't know what she was doing. Her job was different or whatever. But sweet girl, and she tells me that some guy just flicked her off, and I didn't go into why. But just the thought of this sweet, nice little girl being flicked off by someone, I was like, why would they do that? Like she doesn't even have the capacity to be mean, and they're flicking her off. I was like, dude. So, needless to say, there's been a ton of just angry people. Here's the thing, too, is when something like this happens, supply is obviously a problem. And, we can't meet those demands all the time, of course. And so, of course, people are going to get mad at us. We're the ones that are hiding stuff but the other issue is
You are.
the misinformation is also the problem, because they'll tell us, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this. And so we open the store and we don't have any of that. But at some point, we get a truck that comes in the afternoon that then has the things people are looking for. And so then people start putting that in their baskets, obviously, because they got toilet paper. We're going to let's load up or whatever, right? And then that same guy that you told we don't have any toilet paper to walks back up there and tells you, you said there was no toilet paper. You lied to me. They didn't say that to me, but I've heard a bunch of variations of that type of story happening, just in much a lot of different ways.
This is why I can't work there. Because I'd say yeah, I did.
No, you just say, well, we probably got some. That's all you can really say, right?
It's not me. I'd be like, yeah, that's what I told you.
Yeah. Basically, toilet paper right now is like Turbo Man dolls. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
I don't understand it because, if with toilet paper, it's I understand it if it's you're never going to leave your house right now, so get as much as you can.
Well, not only that, it's there's toilet paper's running out, right? They're never making toilet paper again. Stock up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's we're not at
they're
that
not.
point where it's you're never going to leave your house again, or you're never going to buy things. We're not at that point just yet. So it's because it's been happening since a week or two ago, and it's chill out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And if you run out, it's okay, well, start using cloth. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Because I know I have several friends who are I can't buy it. Just because I ran out, and I can't buy it now.
Yeah.
So I was man, it
Washcloth,
sucks.
bro.
Yeah, just have to use that, unfortunately.
Sponges.
Because people are just buying tons and tons. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
same with eggs and milk, and it's hey, that expires.
Yes.
Why are you buying so much?
And that's what I thought too. I was why are you buying so many of that stuff? So they started buying all of our frozen stuff too, and a bunch of things. And
frozen
it's just,
foods I can kind of get because that expires in months later.
Yeah.
But with eggs and milk, you can't really freeze those.
Exactly.
Dude, if you've never had a milk bath, have you lived?
I've bought a milk bath water from Streamer once. So I guess I understand what you say.
Good investment?
Huh?
Was it a good investment?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So that's been really, really tough being at the front of that, while it was basically inciting more panic, right? Because people are panic buying, and then other people have to buy because of the people who are panic buying.
Yeah.
And so every morning people are getting in line as early as 5 a.m. sometimes to buy toilet paper and stuff.
My dad, he had to go at 5 a.m. this morning just to get food, right? He needs
you gotta get
groceries.
food.
So he went at 5 a.m. There was already HEB Plus on Cherry.
Yeah.
And he said at 5 a.m. there was already 10 people in line. And so he got there, and once it hit 6, it was it was crazy.
Yeah.
And there was a lady yelling at the manager who was waiting at the beginning of the line. She's I just need one item. She's sorry, ma'am, you gotta get in the back of the line. She's oh, I just need one item. Yelling at her. She's you're gonna have, I don't know what to tell you. You get in the back of the line or leave. nothing we can do.
Yes.
Just to get in line to get groceries.
We started doing a cool thing where I think on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, or at least this Tuesday and this coming Thursday especially, they're going to do like senior hours.
Yeah.
So they're letting seniors shop first.
Dollar General's doing that too.
Yeah. If you're 60 and over, you can come in at 8. I think they let them shop for a whole, just until we open basically.
Yeah.
They got an hour and a half to let people in to shop. And
that's how long it usually takes them just to get to the store, back to the store and back.
Damn. And then yeah, we open to the public and everyone.
Stupid boomers.
No, but that's super cool because that's why I feel bad for the people who are getting affected by it like unintentionally, right?
Yeah.
Like, old people they can't be going at. I mean, I guess they could be going at 5 a.m, but they can't be standing there forever. Like,
yeah.
They need to do whatever they need to do to stay alive.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think the limiting people, like, I thought that was going to be like make everyone angry because you have to make a line to get into the store essentially.
Yeah.
And that line lasts all day. But surprisingly though, aside from there being a bunch of, pissed off people, there are a lot of really nice ones who go around like thanking us, like, thank you so much for the order and the organization, the way you guys are doing everything.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff. I got one of those and I felt super nice.
Did you get one of these?
No, just give one of those back.
Salutes to the Costco.
As y'all walking out, everyone's clapping.
I mean, we have signs that like, hey, we're out of this, and that, where you pick up food. There's limit signs to everything. Yeah. They're trying to keep people 6 feet apart, especially when you're paying in line. No, we're not. No. So
I told Frank.
It's like Kato's just bringing it to us.
He's just gonna get us sick. Kathy said, "Don't let that pink eye fucker in here."
It's not me. I don't have pink eye.
I was like, "He's good. He's good."
Look at my eyes.
Oh,
he gets here,
so you're the one that caused the pink
and then
eye.
he starts coughing all over the fucking place like he's dying.
I don't know what happened. That was so weird.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
If there's deaths related to, y'all know this fucker here.
Hey, what is it? You have to hold your breath for 10 seconds to see if you don't have respiratory problems.
Is that a thing?
No.
Is that what people say?
Let's try right now.
I'm not gonna pass.
Okay, ready. You count it down.
1, 2, 3. I think we're good.
Okay, yeah. I think we passed.
Because if you cough while you're holding your breath, then you have respiratory problems.
That's good.
And then possibly have corona.
You heard it here first.
Foist.
Yeah,
you heard it here
I can hold
foist.
for a hit, bro.
LoFi.
I can hold for it.
LoFi is free of the coronavirus. The C virus.
We're good.
The China virus.
The China virus.
Yeah, so hopefully
maybe our next LoFi will be on webcams.
I was gonna say at some point we're like quarantine. We're gonna have to do. We're on just webcams,
like
Skyping each other. Now I want to do it, dude. We just record from home now every time. But things that we got coming up, actually, in case you guys are interested.
Nothing, because we're quarantined.
No, we're still. You can still count LoFi to bring you some kind of content.
That's right.
We got more Death Stranding on the way.
Right.
Episode 2 is coming. We got
It's not out yet?
what?
It's not out yet.
It's rendering as we speak.
Oh, I posted
right
that
now.
we were out. It was out.
No, we just clips to hype everybody up. You got to hype them up on the way, Caleb.
Video, the toilet one?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna like it.
Say so.
Okay.
Didn't like the first one.
We did a Yes, Your Grace should be up at some point.
Oh, man,
That's a pretty cool little Kingdom Simulator game, which we did a little 2 episodes on that one so
that
far.
one's really fun.
Okay.
And we're gonna do some Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah.
Caleb,
when it comes out.
we're gonna attempt to do our first VR recording playthrough.
Right on.
Our very first
Cool.
one.
Right
so
on.
look forward to
We
that.
should
That's
do
gonna
it
be kind of
like you did
cool.
Before we had the 2 people on the green screen and one on the.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do that where it's one person on the green screen, and then Caleb, if you want to come be a part of that,
I'll be a bard in that.
You'll be a part of that?
You'll be a part of that? Sweet.
You'll pee a part of that?
We need a bar.
Half-Life.
Pee a part of that.
Alex.
Well, that's coming soon.
Yeah. Did y'all do something with Alyssa too?
That was Yes, Your Grace. Yeah. And I think that does it. That's the end of the show, guys. We're out of things to talk about.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just getting the hell out of here.
Appropriate things to talk about.
What?
We're done with appropriate things to talk about. In other words,
Oh.
there's more stuff to talk about, but it's inappropriate for viewers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cut the video here.
Yeah, I gotta cut it here.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done.
We gotta talk to
After
You gotta
hours.
Subscribe to the After Hour
Lo-fi
podcast.
after hours. Yeah.
We talk about
Just us.
with our
Late night, baby.
with our anime partners. Our anime partners.
That's right, our anime and hentai partners. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Bye. Sweaty hands.
It'll never not make me mad.
Mike, remember?
You've
That's
been
the main
doing
complaint.
shit.
Been grabbing
Rick doesn't
been
talk
stuff.
doing
to his mic. Hey,
shit.
maybe Rick, you should go into your mic. And
Maybe you
talk
should
a
go
little
into your
bit.
mic,
Maybe
Mike.
I should talk in my mic more.
Yeah. Maybe you should
I'm
go
talking.
close to your mic, Rick,
Clo-
and talk in your mic.
Closer to the mic.
Hey,
I'm talking.
Hey, Rick, maybe you shouldn't smoke so much and just
Oh, no.
talk in the mic. Hey, I'm Frank. I'll
Just-
dictate your whole life.
Just let me be me, Frank.
Hey,
Just let me be me.
hey, Rick, I'm your older brother. Okay, do what I say. Okay.
Caleb, you just look like a Muppet,
It's
man.
my whole life again.
Do like the Kermit like waving hands in the air.